Good afternoon, friends. It is Monday afternoon, and I am on a little break sitting in the backyard. Look at this gorgeous view of mine that I've got. Just sitting in the backyard, enjoying the beautiful weather. Petey's out here with me, just exploring. Yeah, how am I this morning / afternoon? Well, I woke up so anxious, you guys. I got the Monday morning scaries in a big way. I think because I didn't work last Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. This Monday hit me like a ton of bricks. I was so anxious waking up. I woke up, my heart rate was elevated. And then I got this email that was you have to renew your license. Because I got officially licensed as a therapist 2 years ago, June 23rd of 2023. And so I had to pay $220 to be hey, I'm still a therapist. I'm still seeing clients. Here's my money. So fucking annoying. The BBS is an absolute joke. I always say what the BBS doesn't know can't hurt them, but they're so fucking annoying. They're just literally out here being pay us more money, please, to be able to do your job and see clients. Give me a break. So, and then I had to make sure I have all my continuing ed hours. It's all just so frustrating. I'm listen, I see clients 5 days a week, okay? I'm doing something right. And then I had 3 sessions back to back, and the girls were not doing well. So it was a stressful morning with that. There was just a lot of high crisis situations. But one more session today, and I'm hoping that it'll just be an easier afternoon than it was morning. I'm still enjoying my nails. Oh, the fly situation is really coming along. We had our wonderful landlord come over yesterday. He's so sweet. He came over straight from a bachelor trip in Vegas, and he looked kind of rough. He was I'm very hungover, but here are some fly traps. And we're oh, King, we could have just gotten these at Home Depot or something, but he was no, here they are. So we set up some fly traps inside the house and outside the house, and we're actually catching a lot of flies on those things so far. So that's nice. The infestation is maybe coming to a close. But yeah, I've just also been deep in a Love Island binge. I caught up on Love Island USA last night. I was a few behind. And honestly, the boys this season are just so toxic. They're all very they can come to me. I'm not lifting a finger. And I don't like that energy. These boys need to get grafting, as they say on the British Love Island, because all the women are beautiful and all the men are blech. My bisexuality is really popping off when I watch Love Island this season, because I'm I would date all these women and none of these men. I'm trying to think if there's any men on the show that I would actually date. I thought Charlie was hot. I thought that British guy who got sent home was hot. He was the only one I was attracted to. He kind of reminded me of Kostas from Sister of the Traveling Pants. But anyway, let me know what y'all are thinking about Love Island this season, because these men just really disgust me. This is so gross, but look at the fly infestation. There's so many flies in here. It's so gross. This is what we've been living with in our home, and now it's in this trap. Eewee! Yeah, is it fun to hang out outside in the backyard? I know, it's so fun. Good one today. Felt really good. Listening to the new Marina and the Diamonds album. Or is it just Marina now? I don't know, but it slaps. It was getting me in the mood. So, yeah, good way to start the morning. What is up, fam? I am lounging in bed after a long day. It's only 6:30. I'm gonna eat dinner soon, but I just needed to take to bed because I'm tired. I just had like 4 sessions, little break in between, but yeah, just long day. Ethan and I have been watching Love and Mercy, the 2015 Paul Dano, John Cusack picture over the last couple nights. We're treating it like a mini series because it's so like emotionally intense that we can only take it like 45-minute chunks at a time. So we've got 21 minutes left of the movie, but it was heading in a really dark direction last night when we paused it, and we were both like, yeah, we got to save this till tomorrow. So looking forward to finishing that. It's about Brian Wilson, the Beach Boys guy, and his like really scary therapist who like took over his life and was really abusive to him. And John Cusack plays like the older Brian Wilson who goes through that experience, and his performance is like really beautiful and like emotional. And I kind of didn't know John Cusack had like that many layers as an actor. And Paul Dano is always good, and so he's good in it, but his singing, Ethan and I are kind of like, ooh, that's flat. Yeah, but he's trying his best out there. He's trying. What else can I tell you? Not much. Like literally, it's just been work by Rihanna. Gosh, I have to wrestle with Kaiser tomorrow, and I am dreading it. I told this client I would do it today, but then I just like did not have the energy. Kind of like before my last session, I just kind of laid on the couch, drank my iced coffee, and caught up on my YouTube videos. But tomorrow, Ethan's going out of town, so I'm driving him to the airport. I think I'm going to hang out with Shakespeare Guy tomorrow later in the day, so that should be fun. We've got some more Gilmore Girls to watch. And, I made him a playlist of important folklore and Evermore songs for him to listen to, because I knew I couldn't really get him into, like, her pop music. But I knew that the kind of indie alternative nature of the Folklore Evermore albums would hook him in. And he was like, whoa, I'm really surprised how much I liked that. And he said his favorite song was Tolerate It. And I said, King, are you okay? Wellness check. Because that song is like so brutal. But he was like, yeah, I just like the instrumentals. And I was like, okay, but did you listen to the lyrics? Like, come on, that is like one of her more devastating songs in the canon. But good choice. I mean, Tolerate It's incredible. The fly infestation continues. We're still just catching flies like crazy in those traps. Like, I swear, like, the flies in this neighborhood are crazy. There's up to like probably like 100 flies in our fly trap outside, and then we caught another one today in our indoor fly trap. It's just insane. But yeah, Queer Love, Ultimatum Queer Love came out today, I believe. So Friday night, going to our friends Maggie and Harper's for a little grill and chill to watch the latest Ultimatum Queer Love season. That first season of the queer version came out a couple summers ago, and it lit up the queer community like nothing I've ever seen. I remember being at Dyke Day back in 2023, and the only thing anyone was talking about was Ultimatum Queer Love. So, and I don't watch the regular Ultimatum because those straights are too chaotic even for me. But can't wait to see what these messy ass lesbians get up to this season. I actually can't wait. So, yeah, I think you're all caught up. With a dead cricket? Maybe an alive one? Petey, that's not food, baby. Oh no, oh no. Maybe just let him go. Oh, his tail's wagging. Huh. Hey friends, it is Thursday evening. I'm just winding down the day. I've got Petey here with me. We're just hanging out, right? I worked this morning, and then I had the afternoon off, so I drove Ethan to the airport. He's headed off for a little tourlet, and then Shakespeare Guy and I hung out. We watched Gilmore Girls. We're working on season 2 right now, the most important episodes from season 2. I think probably my second favorite season. Third favorite season. It goes 3, 5, then 2. So that was fun. Yeah, it's not been like a terribly exciting week just because I've mostly been working, but I told you I was gonna call Kaiser today, and I did, and it was completely useless. They just had me running around going to different extensions all day long. So I gave it like an hour of my time and then I gave it up. But Petey and I spent a lot of time outside today, so that was fun. You saw in the last clip, he discovered a cricket and was expecting it to play with him. But I do think that he killed it accidentally. He doesn't know his own strength. So that was sad, but they kind of frolicked together for a little while. Well, I treated myself to a little cookie dessert snack. I think this one is like this was supposed to be one, what did they call it? The Basic Bee cookie, the chocolate chip sea salt cookie, and the cookies and cream cookie. This is from Brady's Bakery. I don't know, just found them tonight. Petey's like, where's my cookie? And then I've got Love Island ready to go. So yeah, very fun night alone in. Hello. You're cute. We haven't seen you in a while. Bye. Hi friends, it is Friday afternoon. Hooray! Oh, sorry, just got really thirsty because it's quite hot out, but I am loving it. My lizard self is happy as a clam. Speaking of being a lizard though, how am I gonna show you? I am peeling. I'll do a close up, but my leg is peeling because of the sunburn I got 2 weeks ago, maybe more than 2 weeks ago, on my shins at my birthday swimply. 2 weeks ago. It's peeling. The sunburn on my shins is peeling. So I do look like a lizard molting in the sun. But yeah, I just finished my sessions for the day and took Petey for a walk, and I think I'm gonna work out and then get ready for my little grill and chill partay tonight with the girls watching Ultimatum Queer Love. I did want to share some thoughts that I was having on my walk just now about Love Island. It's just what's gonna happen when I'm watching it literally every single day because it's on 6 days a week. I'm gonna be thinking about it in my spare time. So a little backstory for me with Love Island. I've been watching Love Island UK since summer of 2018. Wow. I started with season 4 of UK, which if you watch that season, perfection. It had Jack and Danny that were like the big couple. Georgia, who was like, I'm loyal babes. Loved her. There was just so many good characters and I got hooked, okay? I think I was in a depressive episode and there's just nothing like watching Love Island in a depressive episode. It hits so well. And then the next summer I watched Love Island season 5 UK with Derek. Derek was living in LA for the summer. I was like fun employed because I just graduated from my master's program and didn't have a paying job as a therapist yet. So I was seeing clients for free every day, and I would go see clients and then I would go to my mom's house and Derek and I would watch Love Island. We would watch like the previous night's episode. So that was a really fun sibling bonding time in my life. And I would say UK Love Island season 5 is my favorite Love Island season of all time. And I'm noticing that this USA season is falling into some dangerous traps when it comes to how it's being produced, because they're not letting the contestants just like work within the format and the structure of the game of Love Island, which is, when you don't mess with it, like a perfect game. Especially when it comes to Casa Amor, the producers are trying to throw in all these other game elements rather than just like letting it play out. Like, there's something so special and holy in my mind about the scene where Molly May comes back from Casa Amor, or she comes back, Tommy's in the villa, and he's holding her stuffed animal, Ellie Belly, the little stuffed animal elephant, because he's decided not to date anyone who's come in for Casa Amor, and she's come back and she's single. And not bringing anyone back from Casa Amor, and like she breaks down crying and like falls to her knees. You need that moment, okay, for Casa Amor to work. You need at least one couple who you're like, oh my gosh, I hope that the guy doesn't choose anyone or the girl doesn't choose anyone, and they come back together and they both start crying, and it's like, that's television, and that's reality TV in its purest form. And because of what the producers have done this season in Casa Amor, where they're like making them couple up and kicking off two of the most beloved players, Nick and Alondria, and then sending them back into the villa, they're like messing up the game mechanics. So you're not gonna have that payoff moment where like at least one couple is there, and then the other payoff moment where at least one couple gets broken up by one of their choices. Am I making sense? Like, the structure of Love Island works. Don't mess with it. Just cast amazing freaking people, which they have. Like, I do think, like, as much as I hate Ace, he is a good casting choice. Huda, people are like, she's mentally ill, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, no, I think you're confusing an incredible reality TV talent with mental illness, right? The line is very blurry, but when it works, it works. Like, there's so many players. Faye, for example, in Love Island season like 7 or 8 or something, she was unhinged. Olivia Atwood, she was unhinged. These make the best reality TV stars when they're like a little bit off their rocker in the best way, okay? Some of you guys can't stand to see a woman yelling at a man, and I think that y'all should work on that, because that sounds like a personal problem. Anyway, I feel like I hope some of this has made sense, but let me know your thoughts. Are you feeling like this Casa Amor is as big of a failure as I feel that it is?
So many puppies! Let's go outside. P, did you love this yard? Yeah! Let me pee on this table. Woo! Party on.
Yeah,
It was sad that we like police our own community so much.
I know, because they're probably like trying, but like not just hitting the mark completely.
Instagram like 2 years ago, and then they commented on one of my posts recently, and then I messaged them the other day.
I'm tired all the time. Yeah, like I am.
They kind of have like a sad aura.
Sad
They were very, very cute. You
It
guys.
was just a month ago.
Yay! Oh my god! You're playing!
I'm gonna wait till Alex videos.
Ultimatum queer love drinking game. U-Haul joke, yeah. Sports bra and swim shorts. Not a family. What's your usual type? Yep, chain necklace.
We need to set up like
Mass jokes about other masks not being their
tableau
type.
of this so I can take an Instagram photo.
This experience has changed my life.
Got a haircut. Her hair's like greasy.
Whoa, you guys. It's Saturday afternoon. I just woke up from a 2-hour nap because Petey woke me up at like 7 a.m. and couldn't fall back asleep. He wouldn't let me. He wanted to go out and begin the day. So yeah, then I felt like really tired and like really anxious because I hadn't gotten enough sleep. So I ate breakfast, had my coffee, read a little bit, went for a run, came back, watched the new Love Island episode. It was trash. It was trash. It was trash. It was trash. The recoupling ceremony was a joke. What the fuck was with those whiteboards? Clunky. And then I was like, I'm a hater right now. I feel very like not well. I need to go back to sleep. So I went back to sleep and I woke up 2 hours later and I'm feeling better. And I think I'm gonna go get a coffee, get my car washed, finally. And then I left my sunglasses at Maggie and Harper's place last night, so I have to go pick those up. So let's actually get this day going. Yeah, let's get this Saturday going. Well, I got my sunglasses. Thank God, I've missed them so much. Whee! My blue eyes can't take this bright ass late June sun. Oh, and I got my coffee. Beautiful. It's a good one today. And then I tried to go to the car wash yet again, and it's still like closed. I don't know, there's like cones up or whatever. So I think I'm gonna try to go to one a little closer to my house that I haven't been to before, which is scary for me because car washes make me anxious and I have no idea why and I can't explain it. But yeah, I'm gonna be brave and I'm gonna try a new one. And then we're gonna go home. All right, well, I'm back home. Car is washed. Sunglasses are obtained. I wanted to tell you a little bit about the party last night. So it was super fun. There were so many small dogs there. It was just like a small dog convention. A lot of Harper's friends have small dogs. And unfortunately, there was a small dog that kept trying to attack Petey. She'll remain nameless, but I could just tell that it was a little bit of like trauma response for her. You could see she had kind of like traumatized eyes, but yeah, she kept attacking him, and then he retreated to the corner of the living room and just kind of hung out there looking scared for like the last hour of the hang. So that was sad, but he seems to have shaken it off and isn't any worse for wear. But the party was really fun. We watched the first 2 episodes of The Ultimatum, Queer Love, and gosh, those lesbians are messy. And really there is an epidemic of lesbians who wear like a top knot bun, who need to just cut the bun, cut their hair, and rock a short hairstyle because they really look like they want to, but they haven't yet taken the plunge. So PSA to those lesbians rocking a top knot, just cut your hair. I think I'm just gonna have a cozy little night in and probably end the vlog here. I've got my Love Island episode tonight, and then I think I'm gonna watch a little bit more Ultimatum and probably order some food and just hang with my Pete. So anyway, I will see you in the next one, doing my Swimply tomorrow with Shakespeare Guy. And yeah, thanks for tuning into this one. I feel like I talked a lot about TV in this, whether it was Gilmore Girls or the movie Ethan and I watched or Ultimatum or Love Island. I just love watching TV. It's one of my favorite things. It's a hobby and I take it seriously. So I will see you all in the next one. Bye.